Now, on the boxing scene, former professional boxer Evans Ashira Oure has hinted that his 19-year-old son Lucas Esonga Ashira could play for Kenya as he seeks the qualification for the 2028 Olympic Games. Esonga is eligible to play for Kenya, for both Kenya and Denmark, where his father moved decades ago. And tonight, Oure speaks with us about the dreams and the highlights of his career, which included his participation at the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia, US. Let's take a listen.
Fought Nariman Utaev of Uzbekistan in the preliminary round of their welterweight bout at the 1996 Atlanta Olympic Games. Despite not getting satisfactory result, he took his participation at the Olympic Games with aplomb, capitalizing on his showing to launch his professional career abroad.
Boxing all the top in Africa Championship, Commonwealth Championship, Olympic. My Olympic fight was a little bit more like I thought I won the fight, but I didn't win for some reason because I don't understand how it went. But I think I was the guy who scored most points and the guy who, from the Kenyan team that actually scored many points and seemed like I'll knock the other guy out. But that shaped my career as a pro, which means I moved on to talk to different promoters offering me different deals. And that's why I'm here. I feel happy that I took the deals and I moved forward and become champion.
Prior to the high-profile fights, the 55-year-old had to wait for his turn after arriving in Europe.
If I talk about how I moved out of Kenya, first I was in London. I lived in the gym a few months, boxed a few guys, trying to get a deal. Then it wasn't working. Then I got a deal in Denmark. I went to try a few fights and I was more than good, they thought. So the idea was like every time I had to work hard and do something. And I realized the culture is like the harder work, the better I can get. It's just if I don't work hard, I can't be who I want. So the boxing, like you will say, it's like a seesaw. You cut this way, you come back, you cut. So it's like you give and you take. So it's the boxing is some kind of stuff like that. If you don't put in work, you don't get nothing. Some things like soccer, you can give someone a pass, and you can be good at giving pass, and someone else scores. You get all the noise, so-and-so scored the goal, so-and-so, but you're good at giving pass. If they take you away, so-and-so will not score a goal. But boxing's like, you need to score goals. You need to be the one who's passing.
His 19-year-old son, Lucas Esonga Ashira, is keen to continue from where his father left.
Since he also been boxing, it's had motivated me. And yeah, also he's been taking me up in the ring since I was small. So, you know, I've been exposed to boxing at a young age, which gives me the drive.
Esonga, a lightweight youth champion in Denmark, is eyeing the 2028 Olympic Games slot with the probability of him fighting for Kenya at the Games.
Aiming for Olympics, but let's say we get a good offer in beforehand, we'll of course just get on with it because there's no time to wait, no time to waste. So we putting in the work, aiming for Olympics, and then we're going pro after.
And normally I say now we're trying to chase Olympic 2028 in LA. And I know going to Olympic is not taking a driving license. I use driving license because driving license is what young people go and do, and they're like, oh, I got a license, I have a driver now. They know they have to get a car or they can drive a friend's car. But this is something else. I know going to Olympic is changing how you sleep, when you sleep, what you eat, who you walk around with, who you talk to. You change everything in your aspect. European qualifying, we don't make it. We'll do the Africa qualifying, which means we'll come in for Kenya anyway. Because we can do a trial in the national team and see if someone's better than us, then of course it's good. But if it's not, then we can always consider having him in Kenya, box for Kenya and do stuff like that.
With Kenya enjoying considerable success on the global stage in years of yore, boxing standards have since plunged and require vibrant programs to spur interest in the sport once again.
So we have enough talent to come out and have at least 22 fights every kid in the gym. That will keep them more busy, keep them more disciplined, make them work out every day. But you have 2 fights a year, you can't even call yourself a boxer. It's like a motionist. My motionists have more fight than these guys. Now, this year we didn't have anybody in Olympic. Why will you do that? Because everybody's selfish.
And for one to reach dizzying heights in the sport, Oure has a word for the dreamers.
To be serious, if you box, you can't. If you box, you're sacred. You are like a god to your own self, right? That's how it is. I didn't find out until I moved out of Kenya. I was down in Miami, and then I found out boxing is a religion. You have to be obsessed. You have to stop everything else and just do it.
Bernard Okumu, Legends Edition.